Hi, I'm Ryder.
And I'm Heart. Assalamu alaikum everyone. How are all of you doing? I hope everyone is having a great week and had a great weekend. We know that we have been short on our episode, but we had slight miscommunications. Hope you all are doing well, and we're back with another episode.
Today is going to be episode 3 of our podcast, Celebrities. We hope you enjoy it, and we're working very hard. Don't forget to follow us, on our socials, and if you want to join the chat or want to possibly work with us, you can add me at Ryderheart on Discord. That's RIDERHEART, all lowercase.
Or message us on Instagram. That's completely up to you. And since our topic today is a little controversial, I hope that we can keep the peace and not have an all-out war rage war, something like that.
Well, all right, without further ado, let's get into Season 1, Episode 3 of the podcast, Celebrities.
Okay, well, first question goes, Ryder, who's your favorite celebrity?
Oh, that is a hard one. There's so many of them out there. It's probably going to be like some male celebrity. I mean, does like a small person count, like Linnea Olsen or Queen Latifah?
Yeah, obviously, since Queen Latifah is actually well known a bit.
She is pretty big, yeah.
Yeah, for me, I'm not too sure because I don't really consider a favorite to just be a favorite because I'm not obsessive with them. I'm pretty neutral with them. I know that they are like normal people because even though people view them as their inspirations, their creativeness, and their role models, these celebrities were once kids just like us who rose to fame because of the opportunities and the environment they had.
Taylor Swift. Oh my. Oh my lord. That was quite a cough there. Like
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Back it up a second. Okay, Miss Allison Swift is quite well known. Yes, that's her middle name. Okay, Taylor Allison Swift is quite well known around the world, around the globe, and I know she has a lot of fans. And I know your biggest concern with her is using her private jet for everything.
Yeah.
Okay, but
like
I know she does that. Okay, but that's her choice if she wants to do that or if she doesn't. Okay,
yes,
but I'm not.
Oh my god! Did you? I sent you an animation. It was about Taylor Swift getting a coffee. She literally flew her jet to the Starbucks that wasn't even. Oh my god, it was so funny. She ran faster in that video than the plane went, and she flew the plane to a Starbucks that wasn't even. It was like in her driveway, and she grabbed a coffee, and then she reversed to the side of the cliff, threw the coffee into the water, and then she went to her house. It was like so funny.
Yeah, I laughed at that too because everyone, has an issue with her using the jet. And obviously I do too because using your jet really does have an impact on the climate change. I mean, yeah, it's one person, but if you do it frequently enough, it does cause a lot of issues, and it has caused a lot of issues. A lot of people are talking about it, that she should not use her jet. No hate on Miss Swift or anything, okay? I am a neutral fan of hers. I like her music.
No, you're a Swiftie. You're a Swiftie.
No, I'm neutral. I'm really... Okay, that's okay. A lie. I'm really neutral. I swear I'm really neutral. Okay, no hate on her or anything. She has talent. She writes her own songs. Okay, fine. No hate on her or anything. I'm just saying that she went from being a teenage girl from, Nashville, and then she became a billionaire later on. Okay, fine. But just cool it on the jet. That's all I'm saying. Use a car.
It's like so did Miley Cyrus though. She was Hannah Montana, and then she became what she was today. And people were like super shocked when she came out on Wrecking Ball for people knowing her as Hannah Montana. That was like mind blowing.
Well, that's fair, but I can't say much about Hannah because people don't come at me, but I never watched Hannah Montana as a kid.
For shame. Then again, neither did I, so like...
Oh my god, well shame on you, Ryder, for not watching Hannah the freaking Montana. Literally.
Like, okay, I remember when she was popular, I was like super young, but I never got into that like girly pop stuff, I guess.
I got into minimal girly pop stuff, but not a lot of it because I just wasn't around it that much, I suppose. I didn't have that much influence. I had to externally do it myself, I suppose. But yeah, I will say that, to be honest, nowadays, I only hear a lot of Taylor going around. I don't see as much stars getting that much recognition. They do get
That's the
recognition.
issue. That's the
They do,
issue
but she
is
gets more of it.
I
Because she
don't
just
mind
released.
Taylor Swift.
Mhm,
I don't
mhm,
mind
mhm.
her, but it's like the amount of times I've seen videos or okay, sorry. Right now she's getting a lot of recognition, but it's like just the amount they talk about her and I see her, like it's just a little too
Mhm.
much. But now, as all of you may know, JoJo Siwa has taken the stage with her new
Oh
music video
no!
Karma.
Please, no,
No.
no, no, no,
No?
no, 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 no. We
Ooh.
don't. No, I'm sorry, I cannot. What is that song? What is that video? Okay, I liked her song Boomerang as a child so much, and even Kid in a Candy Store. And okay, she was very, very popular on Dance Moms. And okay, I'm just concerned. I don't care about her sexuality. I don't care about where she's from. I don't care about which planet she's even from. Okay, she's on Earth. She's making music. And all I care about is what possessed you to make a video like that? Like, no hate or anything. Like, people can make what they want, and I'll leave you to that. But I'm just concerned. Like, do you really think that the public would like something like that? I mean, they got it for views because they're making memes out of it. So if you were doing it for that,
my God.
Then go ahead.
The amount of people who are like shitting on her about it and making like parodies and stuff, it's like unreal. But I think people like her see it like, oh, it's publicity. It doesn't matter. Even if it goes good or bad, I'm still getting views. People are still talking about it. Like they don't care. I mean, she's not really canceled yet. She's probably close to it, but she hasn't been so bad to the point where she's completely canceled and her video's been taken down.
That's completely fine, I suppose. And honestly, it just makes me wonder, like, I really can't say what goes on in their mind, because obviously I'm not their stylist or their personal assistant to know what's going on in their daily life, and obviously everyone has issues. But you kind of look at the economy and the trend and everything that someone's going to like and not make fun of you. So if you don't want to be made fun of, then just don't really do it that much on purpose, I suppose. Because people do that. Like, sorry. They do that on purpose. They'll make something cringy or they'll make something worth being meme worthy, and then they'll publish it on the internet. And it's obviously going to stay there forever because it's going to be on multiple accounts, and that's like billions of people doing it at the same time. So why do it in the first place if you didn't want to get canceled? And then the weird part is, if they do get canceled, they sort of make up some twisted story or string line story and go on Twitter and say that we had an issue, or it wasn't as planned, or I didn't know, or it was just something, or they'll be blunt about it and say, I just wanted to do it. Okay, you wanted to do it, fine. Then you got a negative effect instead of a positive, but you got an effect because bad publicity is still publicity, as Jasmine Sister says. If no one knows her, please come on.
Well, the thing is, it's like you heard maybe I think her name is Colleen Vlogs, Colleen Ballinger or whatever. She got a lot. She made an apology. Yeah. She made an apology video, and the amount of even Meat Canyon ended up making a video about it, and just I don't know what happened. Like I try and stay out of all that stuff, but that was crazy. Toxic Gossip Train, really? I mean, I've been trying to find that on Spotify.
I honestly have no idea what's up with that because I don't follow Colleen that much or Meat Canyon, to be honest. And honestly, on the YouTube side section, drama, gossip, whatever, I'm not so much into it, honestly, because I'm just old at this point. Okay, I don't keep up with the drama. The kids can tell me or whatever at this point.
I mean, obviously, this is just with her thing. Yeah, it was apparently allegedly not touching, but like talking to young kids in a sexual way, in a bad way, talking to younger people she met or knew or saw and stuff. So she decided to make an apology video, basically saying she wasn't the victim, but I don't quite know what happened with that. It's like, we don't know. The media can lie, and the media likes to tell you what people want to hear or what they think you should hear. So that's why I'm not going to make a judgment on that. But even Sniper Wolf, it's like, we can't really make a true judgment on that. We weren't at the video game convention she supposedly pushed Azzyland at. We didn't see, what happened between the cancer kid and the mom. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure at least the cancer kid thing is true, and definitely the Jax films, we can pretty much assure that was a true happening because of just how much evidence and how much it was talked about and what she posted. But still, it's like, I don't know, some people, and this is a generation, mind you, that gets to call us like little kids, or picks on all the issues our generation has. Look at the stupid adults doing things in your generation. No 6-year-old is going to intentionally dox another big person or their friends like that, It's like, that's all that generation, so.
I've actually never seen any 6-year-old having enough brains to dox a person, unless you're young Sheldon, and honestly, Sheldon would be... Honestly, Sheldon would be too busy trying to figure out more equations and stuff than trying to dox someone, okay? But I've actually never even heard of a 6-year-old trying to dox someone, because a 6-year-old is too busy trying to figure out what color is the sky, even though they know it's blue. Exactly. But
it's like, why?
I don't know. They make up these... because that's what the media and everything they're doing nowadays. Like, it is so unrealistic, it's actually getting out of hand. Because, see, the people on the internet, they've just, whenever they go on it, they have this unrealistic mindset, and they detach themselves from reality and think that whatever is on there is real, when really it's just a persona you put out, which isn't real. And people, even on TikTok, Snapchat, or whatever dance video the making app there is, I honestly don't care much, they set up these filters. Do you know what they do to you? Once you put that on the phone, it removes the bad features from your face, and it makes you look thinner. And do you know that that's unrealistic? Because that's not what humans are. Humans will have freckles. They will have eye lines, and maybe even wrinkles. And they will have maybe not a slim waist. Maybe it'll be a little up, a little down from maybe a hip bone surgery, but no. People will want to stand in front of something and look completely perfect, and then when it's not perfect in front of the mirror, they're not going to be able to accept that. So that's just a completely unrealistic expectation and reality that celebrities and the internet has put out. Not every celebrity, obviously, but a few.
The thing is, I actually think freckles on a guy are cute. It's like, why? Yeah. It's like, there's a type of person out there for everybody. Why try and cater to somebody? Like, let's say this is purely like from a relationship standpoint. You're looking for somebody, and you post fake photos of yourself on the internet or whatever, and you get a type of person. Somebody likes you. But when you actually go up to meet, you don't quite look like what they're into, Maybe you post a picture without freckles, and they like you that you don't have freckles. It's like, now you just, basically sabotage yourself, because that person isn't going to want to be with you anymore because you have freckles when you posted a picture of you not having it. And that's why there's going to be a guy or girl out there with freckles that will like you for, because you have freckles, or maybe both of you do, or they're just into that. It's like, just be yourself, and you can't go wrong with finding even friends and fans that, and it's like, okay, the issue with fans is it's like, it's a stan sort of deal. Like, you've seen the stan Twitter videos and stuff. It's like, fans will literally basically rely on people like Taylor Swift. Like, how many people, if Taylor Swift jumped off a bridge or said to jump off a bridge, how many Swifties would end up doing that? Like, that's kind of an issue if you literally you think of your, you think of your celebrity as a god, and they're always right, and you should follow whatever they do. That's an issue. It's like, it's okay to like celebrities and, be fans for them, but you gotta be your own self at the same time.
I understand that point completely, and honestly, as a person, I did say that I'm a neutral fan of hers. So if she just says on Twitter the next day or on Insta the next day that go jump off a bridge, I'm sure that a lot of Swifties will do that, right? But just because she said it doesn't mean that I'm actually going to go do it, because there's something called common sense, and honestly, the Swiftie fandom is getting a little out of hand. I'll admit. Okay, not people who are literally obsessed with her is becoming an unhealthy obsession, and people should not idolize her to the point that they think that they want to be her, because then that really starts to get dangerous, and that's where the creepy stalker cases come up.
Oh
right?
gosh. And it's like not even that. It's like even things like the My Hero Academia fan base has just gotten out of hand with the cosplays and the lore and all the stories. It's like, I mean, okay, something like My Hero Academia isn't exactly like a star you can follow. Like you can't. They don't have the same type of influence as, say, a real life person who actually, lives in the world with us and can do things that we can do,
That's pretty much obvious, but My Hero Academia is not completely related to celebrities. Like that's in the anime community. But I get your point where you were trying to get that. But yeah, they have gotten a little out of hand. I'm not sure what are those people thinking straight when they make those videos? Because are they completely sane and saying that, okay, I'm going to go up, put my hands up, and make these noises and look like a mentally unhinged person who needs to be in an asylum?
Okay, I mean, like, it's okay to dress up in cosplay and stuff, and this is what I was talking about with one of my friends about coworkers. She was all, oh, that should be kept in the bedroom, it's a kink. What if a child is going to be out there asking why a man is dressed up or a guy is dressed up? That's wrong. And it's like, you know what? I'm sorry, they're not hurting you. If you don't bother them or go near them and you just let them do their thing, it's honestly an art, because you know how much fursuits can cost? Like, people work hard on those. So it's like, and she's the type of, as I said in the previous podcast, she's the type of don't complain and get over it. You know what? You see something you don't like a furry on the street, just ignore it, get over it, walk away. And they'll probably mind their own business and go wherever they're going or do whatever they're doing. It's not hurting anybody. It's like, it just leave it alone.
That's fair, I suppose. But the thing is, people will need, and I mean absolutely need, to make an issue out of something. If out of the 8 billion people on this planet don't have an issue with world peace, there will be some guy sitting in the country sipping his beer with some newspaper reading about world peace and complaining that, we don't need world peace, we need more guns.
Oh my god.
No, just like, okay,
I just know, because listen to me, because I just don't understand, why do you have to make up a problem out of everything? Because lady, okay, I'm gonna call that lady, of whoever she works at, Shannon, listen to me. If you have a problem with something, just ignore it. And I'm not saying that I have something against furries, okay? Furries want to dress up and go outside as that is their choice. Okay, I'm not judging them for their interests, their hobbies, their kinks, or whatever. They can keep it to themselves. I'm not getting in their business. It's not hurting me.
Well,
I'm not hurting them.
The thing is with that, it's not like it's exactly a kink. It's like, there is a cafe in Japan. I remember watching a video, and it's for people who have very hard, like they have social anxiety, and it's hard for them to interact, and it's hard for them to talk to people. That is literally a window or a way for people to be a little more social and open up and be comfortable. It's not even really just a thing because it's, sexual or it's an animal. It's just, some people do actually take it out of hand and go a little too far, but it's like sometimes that is literally a comfortable thing. It's how people feel comfortable being outside around other people, and that's fine. That's what I like about it, is it's a way to express yourself without being like completely fake. It's like your spirit animal and your colors mixed into one, and you can be yourself and represent yourself and express yourself how you feel.
Yeah, and it's like you said, a form of art. And as I said, that people will make an issue out of anything, and they will need to, because it helps them feel more superior, bullying another person because they have weird interests. But the hypocritical thing is that if they were in their shoes, they'd maybe do the same things and maybe even feel the same. And honestly, the whole concept of furries, I think, is a little misunderstood. I'm not trying to say that I take their side or anything. I'm not on anyone's side here. I'm pretty neutral. I'm just saying that before you try to attack something, at least have the proper definition and evidence against it for you to go up to that person and yell in their face. And maybe if they were having a good day, you just went up and ruined it for them. And
Yeah,
that
and it's
goes
like
for anything, honestly.
you have no right, and you don't even know what they're going through. So just let it be. If they're not
Yeah.
they're not hurting anybody. They're just dressed up. It's just like just leave it be. And this doesn't really have anything to do with celebrities. So like, kind of getting back on track with that. It's
True,
like
true.
it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was a good thing to talk about. But it's like, just when you have a celebrity and you like them, and okay, I
No
am a
one.
simp. You know me. You know me. You know
Yeah.
me, like Asher Angel, and I think
Yes.
he's hot and he's cute. But it's like, I was in a server for him, and he wasn't in it. It was just a server, and it's like they went really far. All they would talk about whenever I tried talking about my interests or things I like to do. Asher Angel, please support us. We'd love to have you on our podcast. But when I tried, talking about any of my interests or things I like doing, they're like, ew, women, or, oh, let's get back on track. And it's like, you can't even really be yourself. They're too caught up on him. And he's a good person. He's been in Andy Mack, he's been in good movies and stuff, but it's like, at the same time, you gotta be yourself, and you gotta, like, not simp. You can't rely on him, you gotta be yourself. And that's why I ended up leaving it. It's because, like, I may like him and I may think he's cute, but I have my own passions. I have my own things I like to do, and I'm not going to be that caught up where I'd die for him if he wanted me to,
Yeah, that's completely understandable. And that's like the same thing with Swifties and stuff. Like, I completely get that. But the thing is that people who take it a little too far are the types where I say, okay, this is a line, and this is like kind of going like far, and this is like going beyond the boundary that I have set for a limit of things. So I'm just gonna take a step back, and if it's not working out, I'll probably back out of it, and that's completely fine. Because if they want to be in it, all right, fine. You guys can justify your words, and other people can validate them, and you can feel like it's completely right, even though it may not be logically. But other people just don't want to be in it, they'll back out. And the people who do recommend you these things and then you sort of get into it, those people feel fine. But then if the person that you recommended this thing to doesn't like it, they feel so freaking offended. It is actually insane.
Okay, it's not like, okay, I am a little bit like that, but it's not it's the idea of like, okay, I'm playing a video game and I recommend it to somebody, and then they shit on it without even knowing what it's about or what it is, and then they'll play it and be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And I'm like, why'd you have to go through all the time hating on a game or hating on a thing I like only to come to like it? And that's just it's like, people always want me to get video games or get art or get things, and then once I want somebody else to try something I'm into, they don't want to do it. And it's like, that's why I have such a huge problem showing other people my world, is because nobody will take the time to even slightly give it a go.
Yeah, that's, to be honest, that's like me, but with like a book or something. Because as a person who reads, and as a person who reads majorly, just not right now because exams, when I try to recommend something to someone, most of the people I know aren't too many in books, and that's completely okay. If you like prefer to watch an adaptation of the book, that's completely fine. But if you
Harry
are
Potter fans. I'm sorry, Harry Potter, it was good. And now J.K. Rowling, I've seen her, I guess she was in an interview, and I don't know if it's true or not. She was like, get over it. It was so long ago. This was made for kids. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but the 1 and 2 next generations up from me who were kids at that time, or who are just getting to know it, they're the people who made you famous. And now you want to like basically retire. I mean, retire, yes, but you basically want all that to go away. Like, you're making bank. Why would you want to quit that? But what were you saying? You can go ahead now. Sorry.
I think it's okay. I think she was pretty much high on something maybe in that interview, but whatever.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. We'll never know. So, yeah, it's like the same with me and books. Like, if I recommend something to you and you're like, okay, I'll rate it, and then they'll see reviews from other people, because normal people are kind of influenced by other people's views and opinions on things. Like, I'll say my dad, for instance, he's a major sci-fi fan. So obviously I'm around him all the time, and if he mentions something that isn't good about a sci-fi show, I'll be like, oh, okay. Well, there's that. There's just something you don't like in it. And when I see it and I don't think the same, I'm completely in that category just as the rest of the people, because when people who are important to you, you will be influenced by their views and opinions on it, and that's completely okay. But when you haven't even done your research on it, you don't know what's the plot, the characters, the theme even, or the age rating for it, and you go ahead and make up a rant that's completely inexplicable and doesn't make sense, why are you trying to ruin that person's mood? And my mood completely does not get ruined because I'm not that sensitive, but I just get a tad bit annoyed. So I understand that.
And honestly, I know what that's like, because it's like, you play League of Legends. We have another friend of ours who plays League, and I've never played it before, but I just, based off of like the videos I've seen for it or the trailers, I just don't think it's my style, but I really should probably try it before saying it sucks.
Yeah. It's not that bad. It's just that it's not an FPS. It's a strategic type of game, so it's alright.
Yeah, I am an FPS person. Like, if it comes to that style of fighting and action games, it's got to be like Overwatch or T3 Arena, or even brawlers. It's like, I hate Brawlhalla, but that's just because it looks, to me, I played it once, it was super laggy, it looked so unorganized compared to games like Flash Party or even Smash, and Multiverses, which is gone for now. They were in their beta, and they're coming back soon, but even that wasn't the best, but it was still better to me than, Brawlhalla, just because it had some structure to it and things looked decent.
Fair enough. I can't say much on it since I don't know much about it. But coming back to the topic, I'd like to talk about one celebrity who does not get talked about often anymore, and the internet
Andrew Tate.
is come on. Oh no!
What color is your Bugatti? You have a Bugatti?
Firstly, no. I live in a place where a Bugatti would not be seen that much. If it was seen, I'd take photos of it and probably even pose in front of it, even though it's not mine, just for the sake of memes.
Yes.
But I'm not talking about Mr. Tate here, because honestly, that is a very controversial topic, and I don't know much about the guy to say it, but all I know is that he's
all over the place.
He's a little something. That's all I'm going to say, Mr. Tate. No hate on you or anything, alright? The one celebrity I'd like to talk about that doesn't get talked about a lot anymore, because the internet is a place like that, because once you rise to stardom and stuff, and you have a fan base, and once, because that's how the internet is, you could get stardom, you get fans, you get an audience, alright? People are with you for like 10, maybe 15 years or something, and then slowly you'll start to degrade, and then someone else will come up and rise the charts, and then they'll go over to that. That's how the internet is, okay? They'll just look for the next big one-hit wonder, and that's what everything is nowadays. Mostly it's all one-hit wonders, and then slowly, time by time, some issue will come up, and then it'll fade.
Yeah, and it's like, bands and stuff don't really even exist. Like, Queen, like the original band or group, it's like BTS had their moment, but BTS
still have their moment. BTS are still going strong. Don't hate on them.
Really?
Strong.
Because here in the US, at least around me, it's like, I don't see anything on it. I don't hear anything on it.
You're like in a small town. BTS still has a really big fan going on, and they do deserve it, because they really do work hard for their stuff. Even if they're not completely making their own songs or something, they're still working hard, and the Korea is still pretty strong with it.
A few years ago, this was like back in my early Discord days, I used to have this friend of mine she knew everything. I sent the picture, she knew exactly who it was. And I'm sorry, no hate to any BTS fans and stuff. I actually like Korean and Asians, more than them being Korean or Asians. But I thought they all looked pretty much the same. I couldn't tell them apart. I couldn't tell who was who.
That's a major misconception with people, and as a person who is obviously neutral on that standpoint, for me, I can tell who's who and who's different.
You're so neutral with everyone.
Yeah, because see, I'm not so less and I'm not so much. I'm just right in the middle that if something happens, all right, I'll feel bad about it for a little bit and then I will completely be like, okay, it happened, things happen, it's all right.
Get over it.
Try to, yeah. The one person I like to talk about doesn't get as much recognition nowadays, and obviously so many people have made up conspiracy theories on her, made videos on her, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it did destroy her career, it destroyed her life, and honestly, she's not the same anymore. I don't know where you are, Britney Spears, but I would really...
God, I didn't expect that one. Yeah. Where is she?
Honestly, I have no idea, but back in her days, she was a banger with her songs. Every tween kid was banging to Hit Me Baby One More Time.
Oh,
or
yes, that was a good song.
Or Toxic, or something like that. And I'm telling you, when I was a kid, the latest I had ever heard from her, up until a few years ago, was that she made that Ooh La La song for the Smurfs 2 movie with that guy from How I Met Your Mother. I forgot his name. Neil Patrick O'Harris or something.
Yes, I think his name was like Neil Patrick. Or Neil O'Harris.
Yeah, something like that. He was in that movie. And that was the last I had heard from Britney Spears. And even then, she still looked a little nice. Honestly, if you take up her pictures now, girl, what in the hell happened? And there are so many conspiracies that her father did something, her ex-fiance did something. And honestly, the amount of fiancés she's had, like, as far as I remember, she's had 2 sons, and they do look like her. And she's had maybe 3 fiancés, 4 fiancés, 5 maybe, I don't even know. She got married and broke 3 to 4 times, and I don't know, the internet was not a place for Britney.
Girl, you okay, Britney? You okay? Dang.
It ruined her. Honestly. No, because it was just not a place. It was not a place for her, honestly. It did ruin her. It ruined her career. It ruined her life. And and on top of that, people think that whenever she made that post that, an example is, I'm not being controlled, everything's fine, and I don't think I'm going to be making any more music, because obviously she's not.
Okay, sadly. That's controversial, because it's like, if you were okay and fine, you'd probably continue with your thing. But again, it's like nobody, unless you know her personally, nobody knows what's going on with her. So maybe she's just burnt out, or things have gotten harder, or she doesn't have the money she used to, you know? It's like, you can't really judge or say anything until you know exactly what's happening.
Yeah, true. And honestly, whatever happened in the background, either she had a bad family or toxic managers, toxic assistants, I'm not going to assume anything, and I'm not going to go on the internet saying what happened or something, because people will obviously always have their theories and assumptions. So I'm never going to believe on their words unless she comes out and says a public statement. But even I can't trust that, because maybe she's being forced to do that, so you can't really know unless you spend time with her. Yeah, because what if, like, she's being coerced into it, or it's being used for extortion, and we don't even know, because we're not there with her, so we can't really trust it.
Exactly, and it's like, there's also another conspiracy theory with Warner Bros. And what they're doing, which, I don't know, I'm not that into Warner Bros., honestly, but it's like, people come up with so many ideas and conspiracy theories about what happens, and it's like...
You kind of cut off there.
People are with Warner Bros. I did? I think I'm doing okay. My mic looks fine, but you might not be able to hear it because of the connection. Anyways, with Warner Bros. And stuff, people are coming up with conspiracy theories about that, and it's like, you don't really know what's going on, so you can't say anything, and that's why, looking it up doesn't always make it better. Like, I don't exactly know what the conspiracy theories are for Warner Bros. I don't really get into what they do or what their shows are, because, hey, look at us. We're trying to be that sort of next, Rooster Teeth, or that next Warner Bros. Sort of deal. And it's like, we got our own stuff to focus on. But yeah, there's a lot of conspiracy theories, and it's kind of cool to get caught up in them and hear what people think, but at the same time, you can't just believe that.
True. And honestly, as I said, before going on anything, at least get the facts straight or whatever the situation is. Because honestly, it's just hard to believe with people lying on every single statement. It's just hard to believe anything. Okay, and it was the same with Miss Spears. I don't know what really happened in the background, but all I know is something major shifted and it did ruin her life because she's not in the spotlight anymore and I don't even know where she is, and honestly she doesn't even come on camera herself. Other people are speaking for her, and
What?
okay, see, the thing is she's not on interviews or any sort of media spotlight anymore. Okay, news articles, sure. And if something has to be said from her account, then how do we know that she's saying it? That I won't make
Especially,
music
yeah.
and I won't make music anymore. And what if someone else is just using that for something, and someone is handling her account? Because most major stars
Have their own people for that.
they don't handle their own account. They have personal people handling it for them. What if she's actually writing something, but we don't know? But she did mention, or allegedly did, that she's a ghostwriter now. A ghostwriter refers a ghost. Yeah, I read about in an article that a ghostwriter, like, it refers to a person who writes music for other people. So if she's comfortable with writing music for other people and then they use her lyrics, how do we know that they didn't steal her music and just shut her up?
See, that's the thing that I don't quite understand. It's like,
Yeah, because I don't understand that either.
Sia and stuff, like Rihanna. I think Sia wrote Diamond for Rihanna. Like, it's like you got ghostwriters and, they're also sometimes singers, but it's like, you must be getting paid good then, because to completely allow somebody to use your lyrics and not, like, put your own name on it or anything, or put your own assets or logo or license, it's like, yeah, you gotta be making good money for that.
But honestly, like, how much money would they be paying her allegedly if she was writing her own music and they just stole it and they were giving her like so much just to be quiet and stuff?
That's
but honestly,
true.
I just can't say. All I'm gonna say is that back when she was a teenager, some person probably picked her up and said, she's got a cute banger face, she's gonna make a lot of bank for us. And they picked her up. She had some nice vocals, put in some auto-tune, some dances,
but then
or
again,
whatever.
like, Ariana Grande has pretty good vocal range.
Ariana Grande, let me just back it up. Ariana Grande came much, much later. Okay,
I know.
Solid 90s gold right there, because those songs are still topping they're still the top on her Spotify. All right, I'll say that, because maybe she was a one-hit wonder and maybe she didn't do well for the internet. Okay, but one person that did do well for the internet and the world was, of course, our very own, well, not ours, but like the world's, Michael Jackson.
Okay,
Icon,
I have an issue. With him.
I
have a little issue with him. I was back going to traditional school, and I had this girlfriend back before I figured out I was gay. I was still finding myself, and she was a Michael Jackson simp, and she kept talking about, oh, I love him, oh, I want to be with him, and I'm like, hello, I'm over here, I'm sorry I don't have curly hair and don't go like that, but I do exist. Like,
honestly, God rest his soul. God rest his poor soul.
His music was good,
his music was extraordinary, and he himself was extraordinary. He came from a poor family. He had siblings. He still has them, but he passed away. And
Prince? Wait, Prince was his son, right?
Prince.
I know they were related or something.
The only Prince I'm remembering right now is from that dang TV show with Will Smith in it. But if he actually has a person, like a sibling named Prince, then I don't know.
Well, it's like that genre of music isn't really my style. Like, if we're talking older music, I'm talking about like Queen or Guns N' Roses, or not even that. It's like, what's her name? She did Pocket Full of Sunshine. I think her last name is Natasha Bedingfield or Beddington or something.
I don't think I've heard of that, or if I have, I
Oh
don't
my
remember.
god! She did the song Sunshine or whatever. Natasha Bedingfield is what I think her name is, but that was some good stuff. Even the early 2000s, I'm more of like an early 2000s type of person.
That's completely fair. I mean, I, as a person who was born in the '05, I'm completely a mix when it comes to music, but that's a separate discussion, obviously. MJ, when he was on stage until he had his time, and he can always and will be the king of pop because no one will ever take that title.
What?
Pop. He's got that title, and I'm a writer. I'm telling you, no one will ever be able to do what MJ did because MJ had something in him that can never even be found ever again. I'm not even kidding. As a person who explores music, and I mean explores it, goes through the history, through the facts, through where they're from, through the tune, to the lyrics, to where it's from, and it's all trendy pop economy stuff. What he had is something unmatchable. And as a person who grew up with MJ, okay, I grew up listening to Thriller on the DVD
oh my
player.
god. Okay,
I grew up with
DVD.
Yes, I swear to you, I used to live in a small apartment with my parents and my sister. And I used to listen and watch the video of Thriller. And honestly, it was such a vibe. And when Thriller came out, I'm telling you, it sold so much. It's insane. And do you know what? Even after like 10 years or 20 years after his death, Thriller is still selling.
It still is, but now we're going to have an issue because my pop queen is Queen Latifah because she was pretty damn big in pop.
I haven't really heard all of her music just to make a statement on that, but I will say... Yeah,
but it's like, just knowing where she's from, you gotta know she did some good things and she was in some big stuff. So, I think my subliminal, like, kind of under the radar pop queen has definitely got to be Queen Latifah.
That's completely fine. That's an interest and a preference. I'm just saying this as a person who actually prefers... Well, you know, I'm not a die hard fan, but I will say that I prefer him just maybe a little bit over more of the artist because he just had something creative, something unique, and I don't know what to call it, writer. I swear to you, I don't know what to call it, but it was something because you could see it on stage because he was a man of his words. He said that you guys get this song done, and he never had a choreographer ever in his entire life. He had choreographers for other people. MJ always made up his own choreography because when he turned on his song, he always had his own choreography, and he is the man who literally brought the moonwalk thing. The moonwalk is his.
Fair. Fine.
Moonwalk exists because of him, and honestly, it sucks that he's gone. And honestly, I still wish he made music.
Yes,
and
rest in peace.
Literally, rest in peace. May God.
Did you see? Okay, he had. I don't think he was in it, but there was an animated movie about him. It was some Halloween one. It was like Michael Jackson Night in the Pumpkin Patch or something. It was on ABC. I ended up seeing it, and it was all about his music. It had like a lot of his music and his style in it. Did you ever see that movie?
I don't think I have, but as a kid, when sometimes you know how parents like leave you alone at the home, and obviously sometimes my dad was lock his laptop, so I didn't have much to do.
Oh, that is no fun.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It happens. It wasn't too strict or anything. So on the TV in a USB, Dad used to have some old or new stuff. I never watched the new stuff. I always watched the new stuff with my parents. So Dad had this documentary about MJ, and I watched that documentary, and it was quite the thing that I had seen at a young age because it explored how MJ is or how MJ was and everything he did on stage, to his music, to his style, to everything. He chose his own clothes, his own dances, and it was just absolutely magical to watch that. And you know, I know that he was from a really poor family, but the talent that he was so God gifted is just something I don't find even in Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Like I get that she has her own style, but he had something that I just feel like no one has been able to top, and I don't think anyone will be because he's going to be and he's still remembered even now.
Okay, yes, I can agree with that, but I don't know. I just don't really like him or his music. I mean, I don't hate him, but I just never got into him. Like, okay, it's a popular song that's still played. I just don't favor that. Like, you want to talk popular? Like, Despacito got 7 billion views. That's popular.
I mean, that's a foreign song, but okay.
Yeah, but still.
I don't have any hate against it. Yeah, it's a catchy song. I like it. It's in my playlist myself. I don't listen to it that much.
Me
okay,
neither.
But I'll admit it's a catchy song. They did good with that. Okay, it's just that, you know, there were a lot of memes made on that song back then and stuff.
You know how much Michael Jackson, I just watched a clip of him shooting his own groin or whatever in Family Guy. Like, Michael Jackson has been brought up in many various...
I don't think we need to tell the people that.
Yeah, well, hey, if you see Family Guy, you're gonna see that clip. Yes.
Firstly,
like, okay,
we didn't...
Family Guy is good,
Don't gotta ruin it, man.
I'm just saying, like, you think there's memes about Despacito, there's memes about Michael Jackson out there.
There's memes about everything in Family Guy, okay? But that's not Family Guy is a show, I swear. That's what
I'm saying. Like, if you get a meme on another whole show that's pretty damn popular with a ton of money and lots of seasons, that's an honor. Like, you're not gonna see the Chick-fil-A girl getting a skit or a meme on Family Guy. Maybe, because Meat Canyon did. Meat Canyon did make a video about her, and it was creepy as heck, but I don't think she's going to get, like, a Family Guy skit made about it.
I mean, I've never heard of a Chick-fil-A girl being filmed, unless she's doing something weird, but that's
Did you see the hype about the Chick-fil-A girl, though?
No, I didn't.
Oh my god, okay.
I tell you, I'm not into this stuff so much, man. I'm just in my own world, trying to do stuff, like...
You've gotta see it, because it's basically, I think she asks if her sister wants Chick-fil-A sauce. Her sister is recording her, she asks if she wants Chick-fil-A sauce, and her sister says no, and she just gives this weird look that you could put a Vine boom to. It was
that!
Good. Yes, that one!
That. Oh, that one! And she
goes like, no Chick-fil-A sauce?
Okay, I think I'm maybe mixing it with another meme, but was it like a kid in a backseat or something? I don't know.
No, she was. Okay, she was like at the restaurant working behind the counter.
Then I'm mixing it with another one. Definitely, I don't think I've seen it. But as I was saying, the thing about that inspires a lot of young artists, even from MJ's area, is that he came, firstly, and to summarize, he came from a poor family, okay, and all he had was just talent inside of him, okay? And I understand that, yes, he changed his skin color and he had surgery, because I think he was maybe pressured. I think he was maybe pressured into being white or something, but honestly, when he did do the surgery, I don't really think he was okay with himself.
Even his music wasn't white. It was still...
Yeah, it wasn't. And he was a really neutral guy, because he had 2 songs, which one was Heal the World, which was, the lyrics literally say, heal the world and make it a better place. And I've been listening to that song since kindergarten, because that's what they used to run for my they can't speak. For my performances. And then there was another one with, Kevin McCulkey in it, Black or White, where he's saying that racism
is a good one. That one is a good one, but
racism should go away.
What's the other one? There's one other one. Just Beat It, I think.
Just Beat It, or there was like Billie Jean, and there was Thriller, and then there was Diana.
Oh, Thriller was a big one. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones.
Yeah. Fun fact about Diana. Back then, when obviously Princess Diana was alive, her favorite song was Diana, and let me tell you, Diana is not a wholesome song that my MJ sang. So, Lord. It was kind of unclean. So it was Diana's favorite song, Princess Diana's favorite song. And she told him, MJ, can you please sing or perform it for me? And he, out of respectfully told her no, because obviously she's a princess. Hello.
Wait, is this the UK? Is this used to be the princess of? Oh my God, the figurehead.
Right. What's wrong? There's only one Princess Diana, and for information, she was a freaking icon who passed away.
Excuse me, but okay, yes, there's probably one Princess Diana in our world, but you know how many animated Princess Dianas there could be. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know. No. Okay, I mean, I know you.
The original one's better. And Charles never deserved her. Just saying for the peeps out there.
Prince Charles.
No,
See,
who's King Charles now?
oh my lord!
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not a history buff. I don't know any. That's why I'm questioning. Like, was this the UK princess?
Yeah,
Okay.
the UK princess, yes.
Well,
But yeah, he had told her.
that's
He had
cool.
to,
Yeah.
it is cool. She told him, like, perform it for me, and then he said that okay, I won't. But she was like, okay, it's fine. So, to just say the least, that his music is still alive and thriving in all of people's hearts. Because I'm telling you that I'm gonna tell you something, and this is real. There are clips on YouTube that out of every MJ concert, there are at least 5 to 6 ambulances standing. Because
oh my God,
every time people went, they would faint. And honestly, I don't blame them. No
What
one
is it?
fainted at a Taylor Swift concert.
No, I was just gonna ask that. Like,
No,
hasn't
never.
somebody
No.
fainted?
No, not a person has fainted on a St. Taylor Swift concert. That's how much hype he has, and that's how much hype she has. So if you think I prefer him a little bit more than her, then you know why. Because there was 6 ambulances just standing because people would faint and girls would go nuts, and I'm telling you nuts. And there's this one clip that I have saved. This security guard actually picked her up from the crowd and let her go on the stage, and she went running to Michael. She ran to Michael, and she held him, and he was singing the song, and he held her. He didn't push her away. He held her because he understands what he means to his fans and the music and the love he shared and the passion he had, because he shared it with everybody, and they all loved it, and he loved them. It was an equal thing, and I don't think something like that would be seen for a pretty good while.
Sorry to say, maybe that's a specific thing Michael did, but I'm sorry to say I doubt that's the only concert somebody's fainted at. Like, there's big people who have fainted for. And
obviously, the only reason, but I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, but the only reason that we see this is because of how big he was. I'm sure if somebody else was just as big as him, you would see those ambulances. You would see everything that happened there. And I mean, even with Taylor Swift, you can watch her Eras tour or whatever. I don't know.
I saw that. But I didn't go to it, but I saw it in the cinema.
You really went? You did? That's cool.
I went with my dad, actually. He just sat in the seat and watched, and he likes some of her music. I like most of her music, so there's that. I had fun still, I suppose, since I can't go to the Eras tour. I watched her in the cinema, but it's completely alright. As I was saying, there were a lot of ambulances out because everyone would faint and stuff, and that's completely fine. That's how big he was, and how much of an effect he had on the crowd and on the community as well, especially the Black community, because he was Black and stuff. And it really did inspire so many other artists, because they saw that he did something that no one had ever done. Because back in the 2000s or something, or back when I'm probably mixing up the years, when he had his concerts, it was completely sold out. It made history in the charts, in the Guinness World Records. And honestly,
Lord.
up till now, I've still yet to see, in my coming years, I've yet to see someone, unless as good as him or as good as his level, that they get to that point. Because, hey...
so he's level 99 now. I mean, I know he's good, but I'm sorry, I just don't feel the same way. Like, he's great and all, but it's like, he was a legend, he's passed, it's kind of time to, move on a little bit. I'm sorry, but...
People... Yeah, no.
It's like... It's okay to love him like you do. It's okay, but how many stores, he's not even on the radio anymore, really. It's like he's just kind of faded out of that. Well, yes, but here you're not going to hear him unless you get Pandora or Spotify. You're not going to be able to really hear him, and there's another reason for that. That could be because like radio is dying too. It's like I can't tell you how many times I've heard the same song played, like Taylor Swift's. I don't even know what song it is, but I hear that 2 or 3 times a day on the radio. It's like, I guess artists are removing their licenses, or they're okay to use music, so now they're moving that towards, streaming platforms. So, yeah, I think radio is dying, unfortunately.
I don't think radio will die in my country, at least.
Maybe not, but definitely here with all the American-made platforms.
That's fine. I don't think his stuff will fade out that quickly because of such of a huge fan base he has. And because people from back then who were teenagers are parents now, right? And they will...
But that's the same idea with...
their kids.
That's the same idea as J.K. Rowling. It's like, as my coworker said, the only reason why she's as popular as she was because they, as kids, made her popular.
Because HP is a completely different fandom, and obviously people think it's just
but it's
for
the
kids.
same idea.
It's only for kids. But have you seen the amount of fanfics that have come out from that? Okay,
not
don't
even just that,
started.
But why release a game called Hogwarts Legacy that clearly isn't exactly targeted towards young people? Like, that is, I'm sorry, that game is like a teen-rated game. That's for people like us, our age now today, to play. That's not like a
I guess
5,
they
6
wanted
year
to
olds.
make it. I guess they wanted to hop on the trend and just be a little bit trendy-ish, because they're like, okay, if we don't have an element into this that the teens or the people aren't attracted to, then they will not get it. And of course, let's slap the $59 right there, or $60.
Right.
It depends. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then, I honestly got it on a deal. It was $30 for me because I'm like, I'm not paying $60. Nintendo's games are $60, and I mean, I did buy Super Mario Odyssey for the Switch, and that was kind of worth the money. But it's like, that's a lot of money compared to getting GeForce Now or Xbox Cloud Gaming. It's like the price point for that, and I mean, it's cool because those are monthly subscriptions and you get to keep the game forever. But at the same time, it's like, that's a lot of money to pay for a game like that.
I mean, honestly, better to just buy it on sale. The companies get more money in a sale than they do in an actual retail, but it depends, I suppose.
Right.
Since not everyone wants to pay full price, and then they can always wait. Unless you're like die hard fans and you want it completely, then it's up to you.
Or buy a bundle. It's like, I was able to get, if any of you have ever heard of the game Deliver Us the Moon, it's a really good game about space. I got that on a bundle, and it was literally like $2 compared to the almost $30 for the entire game. Because I got it on like a good bundle. Yeah, I'm surprised. It was like maybe not $2, it was like $5 or $6. It was less than 10, and you actually got the game and the soundtrack compared to just buying the game separately for like $30. And that's a good deal.
Bad.
You gotta look for the deals.
Yes, and honestly, Steam always has
they always have sales and deals going on.
Always. It's an everyday thing. And that's what I like about them, I suppose. Since they always try to lure.
The issue with things like, I got BlazBlue, which is a really good, it's like Smash Bros. It's a really good game. I got that on Nintendo Switch, so if I got any other console or PC, I wouldn't be able to carry that game data or the game over to that platform. It's like Steam, at least any Steam-enabled device, you could download it on without having to buy the game all over again. So it's like, if you get 50 new... Well, hold on now. If you get like 50 new PCs... if you get 50 new PCs and download it on there, all those games are available on those 50 PCs, compared to whereas if you get an Xbox and switch over to a PlayStation, you're not gonna you're gonna have to buy the game all over again. But yes, back onto the topic about celebrities.
Yeah, as I was saying, okay, maybe I did fangirl a bit back
then. Yes, you did. I was like, can we kind of move on from Michael Jackson? Like, he was cool, but now
is still cool. I don't care what anyone is doing. He's still cool, okay?
He's still groovy.
He's still groovy. He's still moving, okay? I'm sure he's watching up from up there like, oh, my music's so strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my god, not this girl talking about me. I get so much hype. Please stop.
Okay, I'm not the only girl.
I know, but still, you talk quite a bit about him.
I can't do much, okay? I'm just enthusiast about things or people I love, and those are very far and few between, especially in celebrities, because
I mean,
okay, another one I'll mention among just for keepsakes, George Michael. He was part of Wham, and he had Last Christmas, remember? Last Christmas, I Gave You My Heart.
That guy.
Yes, George Michael.
I know who you're talking about. And I was like, what? Is that a show? Like, okay,
no,
it's
the singer.
The song.
He was
a Christmas song. Yeah.
The Last Christmas I Gave You My Heart, and the very next day you gave it away. It's a very popular heartbreak song. He was part of Wham with another.
Didn't he do the other song, Wake Me Up Before You Go or whatever?
Yes, Wake Me Up.
That's what I thought.
I think that was it. Or no, Wake Me Up Before You Go was like, was it?
It was a song. I think that was by Wham. Look that up because I can't remember.
Hold on. Is it? Yeah, that is a song by
I
Wham.
thought
Okay.
so.
Yeah, that he did that too, and he also had his most popular one, "Careless Whisper."
I've never heard that one. I don't
Tonight
think.
the music is so loud. I wish that we could lose this crowd, baby. It's better this way. We could have hurt each other the way we wanted, or something like that. But it's
No,
a
that
pretty good
doesn't
song.
seem familiar. I haven't
Careless
listened to
Whisper
that.
was his most popular song, and the opening bit of that song is used in memes a lot. I
Oh.
will say that George Michael, if anyone obviously knows about our culture and religion, he passed away in his sleep, and the media did portray.
Oh my god, that's the same as Cameron. Well, Cameron Boyce had he had epilepsy,
yeah.
so that's why he died. But he is up there on my top 10 crushes or something. Like, he was a good boy.
He was, yeah. George Michael was a talented being, I will say, and he was portrayed by the media badly. They portrayed him as, and back in the 70s, people were not so open with being gay and stuff. So
Wait,
they
was he?
portrayed him.
Oh my god!
He was. I don't think he was, but they did portray him as that.
He could have been. He could have been bi though.
I'm not too sure.
Bisexual.
Okay, if I
because
ever go up there, I'll ask for you.
What? Okay, but how am I gonna know? If you go, then what? You gonna send a pigeon? Like, okay.
Okay, listen to me. I'll talk to no offense. This is just for slight jokes. I'll talk to Heaven HR. Just for you.
Oh, yes, I almost talked to them once. I was disappointed in the package I got, and I wanted to send that back.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh,
but I'm not too sure too much about it, but all I know much about is a little about it is that they portrayed him badly, and that his career was slightly off and ruined from that. But he was also a pretty good soul. As you mentioned, Cameron Boyce, I remember him. How could I forget? I was Cameron Boyce.
I could not stop sipping for him. He was so cute.
Every teenage girl's crush, except for me. I didn't really have a crush on him.
Oh, come on.
I didn't. I swear. I never had crushes as a kid. Okay, baby crushes, sure. On maybe two fictional characters. Okay, baby crushes, and baby crushes is in the ages.
I need to know these characters.
Baby crushes are in the ages of like when you're like 5 to 10-ish, something around there.
5 to 10. That's a little young.
Excuse me, for me growing up on TV, I wasn't on devices.
Okay. Well,
I was on devices much later.
I need to know these crushes you have.
Okay, Danny Phantom.
Oh, yep, okay.
Yeah, okay, Danny Phantom and Astro Boy, the movie.
Wait, Astro is that like the old
no,
like
not
animated?
No, not the old anime, but the animation movie. With Nicolas
I think I saw
Cage
that. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's my favorite. I love that. I don't know. I really liked his cute little face, and I was always like, "Oh my god, he's so cute."
Yeah, he's adorable.
So cute, yeah, and I always shipped him and that girl.
You
whatever.
You give me vibes of My Life as a Teenage Robot with Jenny.
I don't think I've seen that, or if I have, I forgot.
The Nickelodeon show. You haven't seen My Life as a Teenage Robot?
I haven't seen so many Nickelodeon shows. Not gonna lie, I've seen maybe 1 or 2. Honestly,
okay,
I'm not even
I
kidding.
will show you when we're done.
Okay, the problem is that Nickelodeon is mostly US based. So what they did here is that they switched up the language to Urdu so that people could understand it better, and when it's not in English, I will not watch it. So I always skip it.
Okay, that's how I am with anime. It's like it has to be. It has to be either
English.
dubbed or it has to be English.
And
that's why I liked Ruby so much, because it was in English.
Yeah.
They said anime, but it was an English animation.
Oh, I wasn't aware. I've never seen Ruby.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you should. Rooster Teeth is shutting down soon, and they might actually sell that off or remove it.
I suppose, but I guess I'll see it when my exam's in. But back to the topic.
The only thing I wouldn't recommend is the anime they made. I haven't seen it yet, but I don't think I want to see it. But yeah, back to Stars, I guess.
Cameron Boyce was the first time I saw him, at least for me, was in that show with Debbie Ryan named Jessie.
She's
a nanny for 3 kids. Yeah, the teenage girl. Cameron,
okay, though. Not Jackson. Even Cameron. What's his name? Karen Brar. Like, okay, hello.
Oh, Karen. You
or
call
is
him
it Karen?
I call him.
Oh, he might have been Karen because he is Indian.
Don't call him Karen, please.
Oh my god. This is the Karen stereotype?
Yeah, legit.
Yeah.
That's why it's ruined now. Because anyone
no.
naming their kid Karen in this generation is ruined.
They're just asking for their
asking
child to
for it to
grow
be a
up.
meme.
Yeah, or their child to grow up like a
bullied.
Karen.
Legit. But yeah, it's Karan Brar, I suppose. And he was... Honestly, it was such a fun show. And Cameron was the flirting with the nanny guy.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, he
was
had
a
the
child.
hots for Jessie.
He was a child, and he had like a slight crush on her, but not complete hots, because obviously nothing like that happened.
That was the issue with... have you ever seen The Loud House?
No. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
If you see it, just not even the real show, because they did it differently, but the animated episodes, you will know what I'm talking about with the child crush against an older woman thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right.
But that was okay. Some of my favorite people, let's see, yes, Cameron Boyce, Karen Brar, let's see, who else? These guys were more from when I was growing up watching PBS. Jaden Cannatelli. Have you ever heard of him? Jaden Cannatelli?
No.
He's okay. And then there was that one Paw Patrol. Shale, I think his name is Shale Simons.
Is it? I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, I think so. I think he was one of the dogs on Paw Patrol. I
have never seen Paw Patrol in
my entire life. God. I am going to send you links. You better watch that show here, I swear to God. Not that I ever saw it either.
I am maybe a little out of it. It's Paw Patrol we're talking about, okay?
Oh my God. I'm sorry,
but I've seen a few clips and I know that stuff is for at least a kid that pops out, alright?
Okay, but it's like, okay, but think about it. You know, what's a good kid show that, like, Bluey, okay?
Doc
Bluey...
McStuffin.
No, Bluey was made for kids, right? But it has a lot of support from older people. Who sits down and watch? Have you ever seen Bluey?
I could sit down and watch Bluey.
Okay, but have you heard like the hype? Have you heard the hype it got?
Nah,
like it was okay.
I've heard of as a child. I used to watch Blue's Clues, but I never watched Bluey. I don't think Bluey it was on my channel.
Bluey's brand new. It's like recent. It came out in like 2018.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it's gotten so much love. It's like not even kids. It's every age. Literally the amount of hype Bluey has gotten, it's every age.
Oh, it's apparently an Australian animated series.
It is. It's Australian.
It is.
Yes. You know how much hype that has gotten from people of any age?
9.4 out of 10. Dang.
Exactly. That's a pretty high rating to get on a show, especially with random people, reviewing it.
He has a sister named Bingo. That's so adorable.
Yes, you should watch it.
Okay.
You should watch it.
You know what? I might.
Yes.
You know what?
Thank you.
Okay. Blue's Clues actually ran from 1996 to 2006, so it's completely okay.
And then wasn't there a new one that people didn't quite like as much?
I'm not too sure. I'm not really up to date on that, but it's completely okay why Blue's Clues is not really popular as much because it ran from 96 until like 2006, so it's alright.
But then
it used to come on my channels in the early morning.
What other show was 1996? It's like Sabrina the Animated... Okay, my old favorite from the 1990s is like Sabrina the Animated Series. I loved that show.
For me, I can't say a lot, I suppose, since I haven't really explored the 90s side yet. I will, though. I'm just like tied up and stuff. But yeah, back to the topic. Wrapping it up with naming our top 3 celebrities.
Yep, let's go with our top 3 celebrities to end off this podcast.
You first.
You first. I don't... Okay.
Top 3.
How about... It's hard because I have so many. Can I do like top 5 or something? I don't know.
Okay, fine. Top 5.
Top 5.
I'll slide in 2 more. Let's
see. Well, there's Tom Holland, which if you ask me, Zendaya needs to be Thanos snapped. I'm sorry, no hate. no hate, Zendaya, but like, can you move over a little?
Okay, fair enough. Tom Holland.
There's that. Asher Angel, definitely. I don't really like, what's his name? Joshua Rush. I kind of fell out with him. I don't really like him as much, but any of you guys who I'm naming, by the way, if you want to be on our podcast or if you could support us, we would appreciate that. And this is, in all honesty, if you happen to see this. Let's see.
Really
Cameron
appreciate
Boyce,
it.
definitely. Yes, Cameron Boyce, definitely. Let's see. That's 3. Who else? Okay, this one isn't exactly a celebrity, but he's pretty high up there, and he's a TikToker. Have you ever heard of DannyPhantom.exe?
Yes.
Yes, him.
I've seen him around on Insta.
Yes,
Yeah.
him. He's pretty.
Okay.
He's pretty.
Honestly, TikTok stars are just as good as celebrities. Honestly,
that's fair. I mean, isn't Taylor Swift? Is Taylor Swift on TikTok?
I mean, she wasn't before, but she might be now.
Probably.
Handling her account, more reach and more audience and stuff. For
my
me,
last one. I did say my fifth.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the last one? I don't know. I think Luke Mullen is pretty up there, but then again, as I mentioned before, Jaden Cannatelli and Shale Simons is up there too. But
Luke Mullen or Luke Mullins?
I don't actually. He was the guy who was on Andy. TJ Kipper. Yes, him.
TJ Kipper. I don't really like him.
he got those looks. Let me tell you.
Yeah, he's alright for me, I suppose.
But
it kind of reminds me of those hippie boys that does drugs.
Oh my
god!
Whatever.
No hate. No hate.
Okay. DJ, I'm sorry, or actually, Luke, I'm sorry, but if you want to support us, please let me know. Reach out to us. We'll talk with you. But what are your top 5?
Without Ryder going all over you, but yes.
Yes. What are your top 5 celebrities?
For me, honestly, okay, MJ's up there, number 1.
Of course.
Second, okay, I just appreciate how he is. All right, so second, honestly, I think Charlie Gillespie.
Who?
Luke from Julie and the Phantoms. Underrated show.
I'm sorry, I didn't continue. I should have continued watching that. I didn't continue.
It's okay. It's all right. It's completely fine. He is just cute. Okay, I really like him. I can't help it. Help it.
Okay, that's fine. It's like that's fine. He is.
Number 3.
Which one is he?
He's Luke, Charlie Gillespie, the main guy.
But like, what character is he? Like, what does he look like? I'm sorry, I can't remember all their names. There's like 20 of them.
It's okay. I'll send you a photo of him later, I suppose.
All right.
So my third one, I'm not too sure, but I will say I've seen most of his movies, and he is a pretty old actor for his age. Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Was he one of the Spider-Man?
He came in. No, he's not Spider. Oh my god, no! Just because it's Tom in his name doesn't mean
no.
Spider-Man.
I've heard of his name before, but I can't remember what he looks like or who he is.
I can list down a few movies he was in. Firstly, my favorite Toy Story. He was as Woody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh,
he
which reminds
Woody.
me, Kristen Scott was on there too, and she's pretty big, and I love her.
Kristen Scott?
Yeah, she was on Bob's Burgers as Louise, and she's been on like Amphibia. She was Mabel from Gravity Falls.
Oh, I haven't seen Gravity Falls.
Okay.
People are going to tell me.
Time out. Your homework is to watch Gravity Falls, because that show was one of the greatest Disney shows ever made.
Holy crap!
This is disappointing. I'm upset with you.
I know. My quota on watching popular animated shows is quite low, but I will see. After Tom Hanks, I will say.
Disappointing. I just can't.
Oh my god, I can't. Oh my god. After Tom Hanks, I will say. Honestly, I can't pick. I just like him, and I don't really always think about who's going to be my top 5, top 10, because I don't really get asked these questions as much. But I do like Tom Hanks a lot. He's come in most of the movies I've liked, like Big or.
Oh, okay. What did you say? Sorry,
It's okay. It's alright. I was just saying that I like Tom Hanks a lot because he's come in most of them, and most of his movies that I've seen are pretty good. But I will say, after Tom Hanks, Matt Damon and...
Okay, I've heard of him.
Yes, that's like 4, I believe.
You did Michael
right?
Jackson, Tom Hanks, and then
Charlie
Matt
Gillespie.
Damon.
That's 3.
Oh, and okay, there's 4. Yep.
That's 4. Last one I will do with Matt Damon is Ben Affleck in pairs. Why?
I've heard of him. Yep.
Ben Affleck was the Batman in Batman vs Superman.
See, that is good.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I'm not like a Marvel buff, but I've heard of him.
That's writer. Superman and Batman aren't Marvel; they're DC.
Oh my god! See, okay, I am that bad. Like, I don't even know what's Marvel and what's DC.
Oh my god, the whole fandom be crying right now.
Oh no, we're gonna get canceled for that.
Legit, it's okay. People make mistakes. I put Matt Damon and Ben Affleck together. It's because they're best friends in real life,
like Batman and Robin.
Yes. Not really, because Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, the movie, they came in together. Good Will Hunting, you should watch it. It's really nice.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
You should. They wrote the script for that movie. They actually wrote the plot and script for that movie.
Really?
They did. They made that movie and they acted in it, and it is such a good movie because honestly, even if it does have abuses in it and stuff, I press the mute button, y'all. Okay, I'm just saying. It is so inspiring, and it is it has such good life lessons in it that I feel like it's something that everyone should see, and it's pretty popular. I'm sure it got a few Oscars here and there, but yeah, that's about my top 5.
But then again, it's like shows like Arthur do that, like the animated PBS Kids show. I
didn't see that.
Okay, that's huge here. That's like, PBS Kids is an American-run company, but even Caillou, which actually, if you heard Caillou,
I didn't see that either.
Caillou got canceled because people were saying that he sounded too whiny and worried their kids would end up being like that too.
That's something I didn't expect that.
No, me neither. I mean, I saw it as a kid who did. I mean, I heard the whininess, of course, but it was still, that's not the main idea of the show. But,
that's, I suppose, but everything has its own persona, its own theme and stuff. But, people, as I said before, will always want to find a reason to complain. Okay, even if he wasn't whiny, then they'll be like, the actor isn't nice. If the actor's good enough, they'll be like, the animation isn't good. If the animation is good, they'll be like, the soundtrack isn't good.
People just woke up and chose violence, pretty much. Yep.
People woke up and chose violence. Yes, people. Y'all woke up and chose violence with your guns and stuff. Okay, I don't know why I switched there, but I did.
Oh my lord.
Anyways, this has been fun. And I think that our listeners have had a nice time with us listening to our nice little segment, which is quite a big segment, on our celebrities. And we talked about quite a few of them.
Yeah, and I will be probably adding some pictures in here for you guys, maybe some videos or some scenes from where some of them played or were in. And don't forget to, of course, any of you, if you big people hear us, I swear to gosh, reach out. We want to do podcasts.
We're small, tiny kids who are wanting to make a difference in things and really are trying their best in making this project become a reality because it's still in the beginning stages. So if any of you big people are out there, please do follow us on our socials, contact us, talk to us, reach to us. We're always there to reply and respond. And obviously, if you can, please do donate to our website. And if you want to contact us, you can contact Ryder on his Discord. That's RIDERGERT. And message us on Discord, on Discord and on Instagram if you please.
All right. Well, I am Ryder.
And I'm Hard. Thank you for listening in. We'll be back with another episode hopefully next week. And I hope you all have a lovely week ahead and something great happens to you. The sun's shining, the birds are chirping. Wake up and have a nice day, everyone. And this is Sayonara Wild Arts.